Pentothal was a drug you didn't fool around with. And we were taught we had to mix our own drug. It was a powder form then. And then we were taught to put the gas machine on, and monitor the patient and everything. And everything was fine. I never had any problem, but they brought this one guy in. And I started explaining to them, what I was going to do and everything. And you try to, put them with their ease and everything. And I started the intravenous, and I started the Pentothal, and you count back from 100, have them come back. If they hit 96, I mean, it was good, This guy's getting down to 80, and I'm putting the 70 Pentothal, and I called for the captain, came over and give it to him, He got down to 32. And I thought, my God, I'll kill him. So he finally fell asleep. And they made up stuff for the day. And when he woke up, once they left the operating room, I was done. I didn't know where they went or what they did. I didn't know. The post-operative care. And I was told not to go around such a ward because I don't know if I should say it or not. Anyhow, this guy woke up wild. Wild. He was going to kill the little bitch and put her to sleep. He got out the night before and got tanked up on Calados. And that was a nightmare. I was so upset. I was so frightened.
Yeah.
Here you got a young person you're working on. I was scared to death. I don't think I'll ever forget that. But I always hoped for the rest of my life I'd never meet up with that man. Yeah.
Well, as I said, they were 18-year-old men, and you took care of them. One in particular stayed longer than most patients, and we became friends, and we were friends for 65 years. He died 2 years ago.
He's the reason we're here. He's the reason we're here.
Oh, yeah. He was an 82nd Airborne. Well, we were nurses. We had nothing to do with that. About 10 years ago, he called me at home and wanted to know if Ellen and I would join the 82nd Airborne 407 Club. Why not? But that's why we're here today, because of the 87. C-40, thank you. Anyway, we joined him. It was because of him.
His ashes, they brought his ashes back. We had a ceremony. In fact, we had a ceremony the other day
Yeah, Massachusetts. Yeah. Well, see, like I said, they were 18-year-old, but he came home, he went to school, became a lawyer, and he was friendly with John Kennedy, our president. And so when after John Kennedy was elected, George Bill was, yeah, he was in the International Commerce Commission. And so I was working in Wilmington, he was in Washington, and he was called back and forth for 5 years. But he was doing what I was doing, and we became friends. We were friends.
And so, what's the driving force to keep
It's because all these people that were in they're family. We feel we're like we hear from them all the time. Yeah.
And another thing, our hospital was, we always said La Haye Point, but they tell us Louisville.
But we always,
and we came across a picture. It was VE days, and they had a print. So somebody in our outfit snapped this picture. And so I don't know how we got hold of it.
I had it.
Somebody sent it to us. So we're taking it back to La Haye Point tomorrow.
Yeah. And
Francine is taking us over there to take this picture. We think it should be in their archives.
And I have a postcard that I must have bought while I was here, but I don't know why, but I bought it, so I'm giving them back the postcard of LaHaye Dupuy.
Before the war. Before the war.
Yeah.
That's great.
So so we're going back there tomorrow. Our hospital was in a big cow pasture,
And it was a tent, you said it was all?
all tent.
What was that like in terms of the working environment? How would you compare that to something that you would probably see in today's military?
Oh, no comparison. Primitive. Primitive.
But you didn't think of it. You didn't think of it. You were there to do a job. That's what it. But you didn't think of the building or a tent or our tent that we had to sleep in with no mattress.
No.
You know.
We had a folding cot, no mattress, folding cot, one blanket. In fact, it was so cold we used to wear our flannel pajamas. And we have pictures of our flannel pajamas sticking out of our uniforms. And one pillow without a pillowcase, and that was it.
Yeah. But it was our home, and then we were there.
You're young.
And we were young.
You're still young.
Yeah, anything. You're young.
Hold on.
Oh, I burned up 2 tents.
I'm sorry.
I burned up 2 tents.
Oh, you burnt 2 tents? How did you do that?
Well, Normandy in the winter is damp. I mean, it goes right through you. I got off early for some reason, so the girls weren't back yet, so I thought I would,
Oh, yeah.
warm up the tent. So we had, every day they'd give you a little bucket with a ration of coal. That had to last for 24 hours. So I found some papers around, I put it in, and I put the coal around. I took a bottle of gin, and I threw it in the match. Oh, God. The first time they didn't know, it was an accident.
Yeah, but tell them what happened after the second one.
Somebody squealed, one of the girls squealed on me, and they told us no more tents. If this is it. If anything else, there'll be 4 cots laying out on the cobblestones.
No tent.
No tent.
Wow.
And one of the good reasons why we come back every year, the people around here have been wonderful to us. I mean, they seem
Tell
like,
you, it's overwhelming.
yeah, not only the priest and bishop, but
The citizens.
people like you. Yeah, like you're happy to see us,
Absolutely.
and you thank us for being here. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I do thank you both for being here.
Well, that's what makes you feel better. Like I said, you keep thanking. But the way we feel, like I say, we had a job to do.
And we did
did
it.
our job. We went home.
And, yeah.
Here's a little side topic, and if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But you and I both know how GIs are, and you two were young, attractive nurses that were handling
yeah.
all the young guys.
With no fraternizing. No fraternizing.
No, I know the policy, but I'm just saying, how did that interaction? What kind of things did you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis that were just hilarious to you?
Well.
Tell them about the time you were in
Carteret?
and the Germans came.
Oh. Well, there was a lot of men. Yeah, there was a lot of men, and there was a policy. Well, they were never there permanently. I mean, while they were there, you enjoyed each other. They're gone, it's over. It's like a big box of chocolates. Anyhow, I was going with the infantry officer stationed in Carteret, and things are slowing down a little bit. But in the Jersey Islands, they were very famous.
Yeah.
And we were right across from Jersey Islands. So we were, there were 2 of us, Angel and I went,
Yeah.
they picked us up in the Jeep. We never went through the front, we always went through the barbed wire. It was easier. The guards are there, you brought them a nice bottle of gin, and they'd hold the wire, but they'd say, what time will you be back? We said so. So and we went through, and we went there, and we were, with the jukebox, and we were sitting and having a drink and talking, having fun, and the alert went on. The Germans were breaking through. So I think there were 5 or 6 nurses there. So they took us upstairs and put us in closets, and they threw blankets on us and said, don't make a sound. And there was a lot of gunfire, and we were scared to death. And here I'm thinking, my sister. So anyhow, we didn't get out of the closet until about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And of course we couldn't get back to the hospital because the roads were closed. They were all blocked. So we got back to the hospital. Meanwhile, they had called the hospital to let them know that we were okay. So they took us back, and everybody was, came rushing, are you all right? My sister wasn't among them, and I kept saying, where's Dorothy? And somebody said she's back in the nurses area. So I went back and I'm yelling, Dorothy, I'm okay, Dorothy, And she came out of the tent and she was crying. And she looked at me and she said, what in the hell was I supposed to tell your mother, a Jewish girl, being a German war prisoner? And she took her skinny fist and
Ow!
That was my reception. And welcome home.
What could I tell our mother? I mean, oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
And so where exactly was that? I mean, you went under the wire to what location for that? I mean,
well, on the other side there was a Jeep waiting for us.
There were a few females, so we were always wanted.
Yeah.
But you didn't go out with anybody unless they had transportation.
Yeah.
that was the key.
Yeah.
If they had transportation, okay, you would go out for the evening.
Oh.
I had a date with this officer from the South, and we just didn't get along. I mean, I didn't get along too well with him. I just didn't care for his, but anyway, I got out of his transportation. We were coming back, and I'm standing there with a helmet lining on and my fatigues on, the boots, and he said to me, hold it, Dorothy, don't move. And I looked, he said, you're beautiful. And I knew what I looked like. I wasn't. So I go and I'm crying, and I said, Ellen, I hate to hurt him, but I said, I can't go out with him anymore. I just can't.
I stopped taking care of it. So yeah, she had made another date with him, So he was at the we had a little rinky-tink officers club. He was standing outside, so I went out and I introduced myself. Dorothy said, sit down. And I was trying to tell him, there's people meet, there's chemistry, this thing. I'm going on it real good, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at those big softballs, looking at me, and I'm thinking, oh no. And then finally he says, I do declare I think I had the wrong sister.
And she comes in and tells me.
I felt so bad. I went out and when I got home, I said, please, don't come back here anymore. Just, please, don't come back here.
But had the nerve to come in and tell me I was the wrong sister.
Now I'm stuck with them. But I took care of it.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say? Any wonderful stories that come to mind that you're just like, you know what, we want to tell this story?
As long as we can, we'll be back.
Yeah.
When it comes a time we can't come back, that's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, people were so good to us, and so it's unbelievable. And they bring their children to thank us for being here. I mean, it's
truthfully, the only thing really upsets me here. I'm fine until I get to Omaha Beach. That cemetery. It kills me. We go every year to get our French flags and our American flag, and it just kills me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it's the only thing that, truthfully.
But we're happy that we could do what we did, and we did. That's the only thing that thank God I came over. Yeah, that's it.
Well, we're all very happy that you did what you did also.
Yeah.
So how have you held this together for so long? How have you?
The amazing thing is, really looking back, Dorothy, we came back, Dorothy went to work at the Veterans Hospital, I got married. But I still went. I worked in our local hospital. We never talked.